Just finished watching episode 2 of Forever. Ghosted. Recap first. Recap.
Justin's on punishment. He's trying to get in contact with Keisha. Finally, his dad gives him a conversation and was like, "Oh, just tell your mom it's a black girl that you're trying to get with." And then he gets his phone back. She blocked him again.
And she couldn't wait 24 hours.
No.
Keisha blocked Justin in, I feel like it was a 24-hour time span. She literally, exactly, she kept looking at her phone. She's like, this is the day and age where you have to respond back right away. And as
it's not, this is the day now, it's 2019.
And yet, and still here we are. Anyways.
And then he ends up seeing her at a baseball game for his little brother. And then they were like flirting or whatever. And then the ex-boyfriend Christian sends expensive flowers to Keisha.
This was a nice bouquet. I ain't had a bouquet like this.
Well, you ain't gonna get one. You want me to be a fuckboy? What are you talking about?
I just wanted some roses. So
she playing games basically, and then it ended on him, Justin, like Christian talking to Keisha in front of Justin, and then the mom noticed.
It was sad,
and he was really sad about it.
Key takeaways that I got from this episode really is like the impatience of teenagers and young love is wild. There is no type of like wait and do something else. I feel like Keisha's focused. Like her goal is Howard. She's a focused person, and yet and still
woke up at 4:00 in the morning to go work out with her grandfather.
We can talk about the village later because I was like, okay, that's the grandfather is the father of the dad. I was like, okay, but they're just so impatient with each other. He couldn't even wait. Like on Justin's side, Justin couldn't even wait.
He wasn't supposed to wait for that. He wasn't supposed to wait for that. They was getting real close. He knew what it was, and she sent the message afterwards like, "Where'd you go?" My key takeaway one is like how they treat ADHD nowadays. Like he had an extra 20 minutes in his class.
He hated that, but because you're singling someone out, and they're in high school. The teacher literally was like, "Hey, Justin." Hey, he probably thought he was doing good. This is like white man, white savior type of complex. He's like, you really benefit if you would just.
He was being a good teacher because he goes to a good school.
He was being a good teacher, but he's still. No child wants to feel like they're stupid.
This is what this is what I feel like. His friend, I think his name is Darius. Justin's friend is Darius.
Yes.
Was like, yo, leave her alone. She's a hoe. Like, don't get with her. But he was also kind of respectful. He was a good friend.
I think he's a good friend. And I think Chloe's a good friend, actually. Because Chloe was like, do you want to have real talk? I didn't think this white girl was going to be good. But she seemed like she's like,
and that's the thing. Because, like, I'm like, every time I see her, I'm like, this white girl's up to something.
But she's not. She was like, Christian ruined your chances at Brookwood, the school that she went to. And now he's ruining your chances with a good guy. And when she said that, I was like, oh, okay, girl.
Yeah. So... my key takeaway is that like Justin's a good guy. Good guy. And there was a moment in this episode that I really liked that it was kind of like Justin was looking at his parents at the baseball game, and his parents were like cuddling up and being all in love.
This is a moment that I'm talking about, y'all. Two-parent household. He sees this love that he wants.
Exactly. And she, when they talked about the first argument, when like
let's talk about that for a second. And everything she said was like, I felt so bad for her. She was just like, this is what I thought I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
I like you. So this is what I think I'm supposed to do.
Because
so it seems
like
all her mom told her
wasn't.
All we know is that she's like, don't have sex and don't get pregnant.
Don't have sex before college.
Because she's like, at least graduate. But what she's doing is she's like, oh, well, I like this boy. I haven't talked to any other boy besides my first boyfriend, Christian. And now she's talking to Justin.
And this is what I do when I like boys.
So I'm going to give him head. I was like, poor girl. No. No. This is what we need to teach. Like, and... This is a whole nother discussion.
So yeah, I just thought that was one of the most interesting things because like I saw the way he was looking at his parents and like
he was
I remember being the good kid looking at my parents and like on our wedding, we had our parents' wedding photos as the what's it called? What's that mean?
Centerpiece.
Centerpieces.
Literally,
for
our
tables.
centerpieces for our
weddings, for our parents' wedding photos.
Because we both come from a 2-parent household. And
I was just like the contrast, right? They saw these flowers from this guy, and her mom's homegirls were like, but you know what though? I also will say this, another key takeaway of mine. Her mom does have that mom intuition, and she knows something's up, and she's just busy. You know what I mean?
She
like
is busy.
She's
busy trying to provide for her
but
daughter.
She does know something, so she was like, these flowers are a little too expensive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so she's like, is it a proposal or is he trying to say I'm sorry for something that he, like, she's trying. But again, even if you have 2 parents, one of them's busy at work, the other one's there. One of them's doing this.
Be busy sometimes.
We are, but one of us would be around enough for there to be space and time to open up that conversation. She has a little bit of time before she got to go to her second job. That's, you know, and kids take a little time to open up. I mean, we don't have teenagers, but I'm just saying.
She was about to open up, and her mom said something else.
Okay, well, if you good.
So that's it. I think, you know what? But this episode pulled me in a little bit more.
It's going to pull you in.
So I'm beginning to like the show more.
Because you like Justin. Because you're corny like Justin.
This is the thing about Justin, and I might have to do my own series on this channel about, like, do I have ADHD? Because Lindsay was like, I think you have that. And I'm like, really?
He does have something like it. Or you used to. Maybe it's something you grow out of.
Well, all right. I just got a question. When people work out, right, and they counting, do they count down or up when y'all work out? When y'all, like, doing push-ups or something? Because that's something I like. I don't like counting because I'll be losing track of the count. And it'd be like, I'm be going up to 10. I'll be skipping a number. I think I skip a number.
To 10?
Yeah, sometimes. But maybe it's just me.